TeleSUR English is following the latest events regarding the swearing-in ceremony of Honduras President-elect Xiomara Castro. To go on the matter, we received Tomás Rodríguez, who is a member of the Science and Technology Commission of that South American country. Be welcome, Tomás.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you.
We also are glad to receive you. So, Tomás, today is a historical day because of several firsts for Honduras and also a comeback for Honduras. Let's remember Xiomara Castro is the first woman president in the Central American nation. What is the impact and significance of this for Honduras politics and for the region?
This is an event that is completely historical. It's a landmark for the history of this country due to several reasons. She is the first woman to be elected president in Honduras after a very cruel and violent struggle since the coup of 2009. Remember that she was a protagonist of that coup because she was part of the government and related to the ex-president Jose Manuel Zelaya. So this trajectory and all the fight and relations and all the links that she has been trying to establish and the teams that she has been trying to establish are creating very high expectations for all the population. And we don't have any doubt with respect to the great job that she is preparing to do.
So we remain on topic. There are two contrasting highlights for Castro's inauguration. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris is attending the ceremony, as well as former Latam presidents with a defined left lead in their political careers. And terms, there is, so to say, Lula, Rousseff, Fernandez de Kirchner, as well as representatives of Cuba and Venezuela, two left-guided countries. What could mean these diverse attendees for future foreign policies during Castro's term?
Exactly. These are aspects that we have to be very alert, and we have been working in to establish relations that are convenient as they were maybe 12 years ago for Honduras, which were totally eliminated by the measures taken by the regime of Juan Orlando Hernandez during these 8 years. Yes, the contrast exists. President Biden, with the representation of Kamala Harris, well, makes a presence as is their, custom, as is customary for them, and tries to establish a relation that appears, at least in first instance, to be friendly and supporting for Xiomara. On the other side, we have, as you mentioned, leaders from the leftist ideology or traditionally the leftist tradition or ideology from countries like Brazil, Argentina, etc. So what we are planning to do, or what Xiomara is trying to lead, is a government which establishes and recovers the tendency that was being marked by the government of Manuel Zelaya some more than a decade ago. As you have mentioned, we are a country that is one of the only ones that has eliminated contraceptive methods. We are amongst the most high levels and percentages of people migrating our country. And all this has been caused by all the conservative measures and the conservative way of dealing with civil and social issues that the regime set us back in during these 12 years that have passed.
So we have another question for you. In this case, do you think this is a full circle moment for Honduras?
Yes, it is. It is, and not only full circle, but with a preparation and with a vision that could even be more promising than what we were heading for and what we had reached with the previous government of Manuel Zelaya. It is a return of the hope and the expectations of the population because the feeling that we have in our society since we started receiving the counting of votes on the 28th of November of last year, and all that has been occurring since, and the culmination of this process with the establishing of the government today, it has been something that has been a source of happiness and hope. You can feel it. You can hear the people talking on the streets. You can hear the comments of the people who participate in the organization of the government. And it is not only full circle. We are going to continue the good work that had been done previously and maybe exceed the expectations that the people have.
So, in this case, Xiomara Castro's swearing-in ceremony came amidst an institutional crisis after the installing of 2 Congress and 2 presidents of that legislative body, 2 speakers. How can these circumstances affect her management?
Well, this has been something that has also been happening in the since last week. Indeed, it is a manifestation of certain interests behind the curtain that are afraid of the changes that might be applied by the government of Xiomara Castro. So there has been a kind of a little struggle, you know, a pull here, pull there by some of the Congress people of that had recently been elected. Xiomara has been a very negotiating and very a person who comes to level with people by means of dialogue. So she has recently she recently sat down with some of the protagonists, you know, the main heads of these alternate Congress that had been established by some of the dissident Congress people. And it seems like they have already established negotiations that are starting. These people, Jorge Calix, for example, gave some declarations or some interviews with some newscasts. And he said that, yes, he indeed sat to speak with Xiomara Castro and that he will give his answer in the next few hours or the next few days. So even though that has happened, we are sure that the support that Xiomara Castro has from the rest of the team that she's going to establish and that she has appointed already, and the population majority gives her the legitimacy that will make her succeed against these intentions of destabilizing her just inaugurated or sworn government.
Yes, indeed. So we thank you, Tomás, for your presence hearing from the South.
Thank you.
So
it's been a pleasure.